What's up, y'all?
This is Beyond 21.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Callie.
And I'm Emily.
And this is the same Emily that was on episode 5. So now you're getting to put a face with the name and the voice. So today Emily's just going to be talking about her relationship with her very, very sweet fiance, Mason. He was going to join us in the other chair, but he got a little bit nervous. It's a little intimidating, so we forgive him. But anyway, so she's going to just give us a walkthrough of all those things, and then we'll just go where we go. So, without further ado, Emily, tell us how you and Mason met.
Okay, well, this is funny. So, a lot of people thought we just knew each other, like mutual friends, but actually we met on a dating app,
I didn't know
Which
that.
one?
Hinge.
Okay.
Yeah. He was actually the first guy I matched with when I moved home from Tuscaloosa.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so I don't even remember. You have like all these prompts on Hinge, and I made it in college because my friend that lives in Texas now was like, you just need to talk to people. You're not getting out there, talk to people. So I really had like no intentions of meeting anybody. And I got on it when I was home, and I was like, I'm not going to see anybody on here. And I did see people I knew, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. But, yeah, we matched, and he sent me, like, a message, and we started Snapchatting, and we Snapchatted for a few months until we went on our first date.
Was it just like dry snaps? Was it just like little conversations here and there? Like nothing?
The
Like,
term dry
kind of like y'all were just friends? Or what was that like?
What is a dry snap?
Like you don't say anything. You just send a picture of like the wall. Or your,
Oh, like
your
a
face.
streak type snap?
Yeah, I guess it kind of. Yeah, you just don't say anything. It's just. Is
Okay.
that not what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We would talk. I feel like at the time it was like I was ready for a relationship, but at the same time I wasn't. And I feel like he wasn't at the beginning, and then it kind of started into we both, wanted to. But yeah, we would talk, and then we started texting. It was probably that summer, and then I don't even know when we went on our
When's
first.
this, like 2022?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
So when we had the bike,
I didn't
y'all
realize.
worked together.
We didn't start like officially dating until Thanksgiving. So,
Okay, that's why I never
Of
saw you
22.
two together, because I know we went, like, the time I'm thinking in my mind is, like, when we went to Jake's on the Lake.
yeah, that was
When we went on the bike and you drove. And that's when I was thinking, like, because I knew it was summertime. So.
yeah, that was before, probably like a month or two before. We actually started dating. I hard launched him, as I say, at family Thanksgiving.
What is that?
Hard launch.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's like just dive straight into it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, just introduce him to everybody all at
Yeah.
once. Oh,
He
okay.
came to my mom's side Thanksgiving and my dad's side, and like we have a huge family, so I was just like, you want to come to Thanksgiving with me? And he was like, yeah, sure. So he came with me, and it was like he met everybody. He met my parents for the first time, met my cousins, my grandmothers. I was like, well, if you can handle this, then I know you're a keeper. Like, and then I went to his mom's and dad's Thanksgiving. And so it was kind of like we flip-flopped, and then I was the one freaking out the whole time, which he didn't freak out. He was fine at mine. But, yeah, I was very nervous.
Was
I
it
did that to
awkward?
Blake, kind of. He came to our Thanksgiving, after, but everybody was still there.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
It wasn't that
Blake's
big with
just-
Thanksgiving, though.
Like, my memory of Blake just goes back to as far as I can remember, just us fishing. I don't remember the little details of, like, him coming to Thanksgiving or anything like that. I just remember him being there always,
Yeah.
so.
Well, you were also, like, what? You 16 yet? No,
Probably
no.
14,
I was
15.
16. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But, no, it wasn't awkward. I was awkward because when I'm around people that I don't know, I'm awkward.
Okay, same.
Like, looking at the floor the whole time.
Yeah. So I remember going to his mom's Thanksgiving, and like all of his cousins were there, which I had just met his mom, and so I'm sitting here like, oh gosh, I'm so nervous. This is his mom. It's a big deal when you meet the mom. Like the mom is,
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah.
And so
That's the make or break right there.
Yeah, and Karen is the best. Like she's so sweet, and she's a teacher too.
Oh, okay.
So we were talking about teaching. She teaches third grade. She's in Decatur now. And then I was still teaching kindergarten. So that was right after this was my first full year technically that I had started. And so we were talking about that, and I got to meet all of his cousins. He has a younger cousin. Well, they kind of age different. So the oldest are in high school, and then the youngest are like 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah.
So we had a good time. It was
And
good.
all your cousins are like teenagers now, right?
Yeah. I'm the oldest, so I'm 24, and then it goes all the way down to Callie, who's a baby, and she's in 8th grade.
Okay, I remember when she was a baby. I remember coming over there and going to your grandmother's
Yeah.
house and rummaging through the snack cabinet.
It's crazy.
my gosh.
to
The
me.
snack drawer, I think it
Yes,
was.
I think of her like this size, and now
Yeah.
she's tall, like has all of her friends. It cracks me up. I watch her TikToks, and I'm like, you're supposed to be a baby. You're not supposed to be on TikTok. But yeah, and
That's that generation too. That's all they do.
yes.
That's all they do.
Could you imagine if we had TikTok in high school? I know we had like Musical.ly
Vine and Musically.
Yeah,
Vine
dude,
was
Vine
like-
was so
Mine
good.
was top tier.
Yeah.
There's just and every now and then I'll see a TikTok that's kind of made like a Vine with the
Love it.
hard breaks in between each clip, and I'm like, ooh, that's
Sometimes-
bringing me back.
Sometimes I try to make mine like that, and I'm like, it's not as good as Vine. You're just never gonna
I
get that.
know.
Do you
Vine was
remember
just like-
Rudy, the piano guy?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, he was the best. He was so funny.
I remember in middle school, I would watch like YouTube videos of Vines. It was just like all of them like clipped
The
together.
compilations, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why they got rid of Vine.
That was the dumbest
either.
thing. The way that TikTok is just like,
But just the fact
How-
that you can't get everything back, that bothers me.
Yeah.
we had some good ones. We had some classic ones that the people on YouTube would enjoy.
I remember we videoed like Minecraft stuff.
Oh, we did, absolutely.
See, but I didn't get into Musically.
I didn't
I didn't
either.
either.
It took a long time for me to get into TikTok. I was like,
Me
no, I'm
too.
not getting on it. And I remember it was when, like, a few months before COVID started, because I was at my first year at Alabama, and I was like, no, I'm not getting on TikTok. My sisters are addicted. And then I got on it.
That's how I was.
COVID.
I didn't get on TikTok until like 2 years ago
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, no. Well, I mean, I downloaded it for like a month or so, and then I never went to sleep. And I was like, no, got to get rid of this. And so I didn't get it back until
Mm-hmm.
like 2 years ago. And I'm not let it go now, but I
love
can
making
control myself a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't let it go at this point. We have our business on your TikTok.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But I never made a TikTok.
Yeah.
I just watched TikToks.
I was
Yeah.
nervous to make TikToks, and now I'm
was
like, I
too.
don't care.
Yeah, I don't even.
I love watching your TikToks.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
trying
I
to
always
get better.
like, if you ever see me saving it, I'm trying to get you more views. I don't
know
want you to
what's
think I'm being
funny?
creepy, because I always save stuff because I thought that's how you could go back and look at it like later and save it. And like, I'm a hoarder on like websites and stuff. I'll just save everything. And then I saw a lot of people saying that when you save stuff, like it's like, for instance, if there's something that's people are doing with their kids that you want to do, I would just save it. And I didn't realize that that was like not the thing to do. So I had to go and like, every time I see something with a kid in it, I won't save it anymore, because I'm like, well, they're going to think I'm a perv. And I'm not.
You told me, and I kept getting notifications that somebody was saving my videos, and I'm like, who
It's me.
is saving my TikToks? And you told me one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's you.
Yeah.
And then I think I explained to you that when you like it, you can go back and look at all your likes.
Yes,
Did
and I
explain
started doing
to
that.
you?
I still
Yeah.
save it for you, though.
No, I save TikToks now too, so don't worry.
And I'll repost them.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll hit the,
repost
repost
is the
button.
best thing you can do, I feel like, because then that reaches your people that you have.
Yeah,
on
that's
there.
why hey, if my friends make a TikTok and I like it, repost for you. And I always comment repost for you.
I love the teacher TikToks though. I absolutely love the resets, all those. I'm like
You got to do the
little
read your mind
shopper.
thing for them,
I
please.
feel like my kids
Are they
would
too
not
young for that?
understand that.
That's true.
wait, what'd you say?
You have a different demographic of children.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said she needs to do the read your mind.
Oh
Thing.
yes, that would be so cool.
That blew my
Kids might
mind the
look at
first
me
time.
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Kindergarten.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree
Maybe
with that.
when I get an older grade.
Are you wanting an older grade? Oh, what?
Are you tired of
grade
the
are you
little?
wanting?
I would love fourth grade.
I was
fourth
thinking
or
fourth.
higher. I'm the weirdo that would love to do like fourth, fifth, or sixth.
So would you go up higher than that though? Like, would you?
Did
do
you go to high school?
Well, I'm not certified for high school. I'm only certified up to sixth grade.
I didn't
That's
know
right.
that you had different
Yeah.
certification grades.
So you have, I'm early childhood elementary certified, and then I have my master's in elementary ed, and then you have secondary education.
So do you have to go back to like college for that, or can you do that through the school?
I think
No.
you
Or
can take a
can take a test?
praxis.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
we have our
okay.
praxis tests that you can take. Like a lot of people, if they major in biology, they can take a praxis and be a science teacher.
Okay.
So really, I guess technically, if you majored in psychology, biology, English, math, you can take that praxis and be a teacher.
Bro.
And then you don't have to do all the
The EdTPA.
Ooh,
yeah, and
I could
all
be a
that.
business teacher. Not that
Yeah.
I would.
You
But
could actually.
I've always wanted to be a teacher.
The
but then I
insurance is good
realized-
for a teacher.
Yeah, I know, but the pay. You know,
Well,
not-
that's true.
it's not where I want to be. So, because I was going to be a teacher, and then I realized I have no patience.
The only kind of teacher I'd want to be
PE
is
teacher.
PE.
I would have loved to be.
That's
a
the
PE
only
teacher.
thing I would want to do as
should
far
do
as a
that.
teacher is concerned. Be a PE teacher.
Both of us go in there together.
Yeah, be like hire both of us or don't get either. We want to be partners in
They
this,
get to
man.
wear their shorts and t-shirts. They don't have to dress
Oh.
up.
Yeah, I mean,
We're at 10.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
okay. So, after you went to Thanksgiving, so tell us about the Christmas. Was that any different or
No, it was good.
Were you less nervous though?
Well,
still nervy?
it was kind of, we don't really see his parents as much. They live like in Jacksonville, and at the time his mom was in Birmingham, so it was just harder for us to get together on weekends and stuff. But I love his parents, so I wasn't nervous. I was excited to see them.
That's good.
We had a great time. I'm trying to think of what we did at Christmas. That was a long time ago. I feel like we just had like dinner. I know his mom's. Well, we went to his mom's for Christmas and did stuff.
Do y'all play like Dirty Santa or anything like that, like with
No.
their families?
We just did like the kids' gifts, and we gave like little gifts to everybody. But yeah, and he came to all of my family Christmases and came on Christmas morning to my parents' house.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Because he lives
Southside.
in Southside by himself. He doesn't live with his parents, so.
I didn't realize that y'all had been dating that long. For some reason, I literally thought you just got together like earlier this year.
Yeah,
And
In November, it'll be 2 years.
what's the day?
Oh, God.
Oh man, Emily, come on now.
26.
She was wanting to see if it was on her birthday.
That really was.
It's November 26th because when we first started dating, it was the Saturday of the Iron Bowl after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So someday your dating anniversary will fall on Thanksgiving because it is falling on my grandmother's birthday, which is the next day before. So you'll get a Thanksgiving anniversary day one day.
And then I could just eat all my excitement away.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's how you got to do it.
Okay, so well, I'll let you go because you're kind of structuring this. I was gonna jump way ahead. So
Oh, you were going to go straight to engagement, right?
I was gonna go to wedding.
Oh, well, I mean,
I was
do
gonna
you
ask
have
you-
any like fun things you want to talk about like as y'all were dating, or do you want to go straight into engagement? I mean, it's up to you. This is your episode. You have it your way,
trying to
like
think.
Burger King.
Listen, now I'm stressed. What if I told y'all the wrong day? I'm pretty sure it's November 26th.
You can look at it. Do you have it somewhere like posted or something?
Maybe. It's
I don't
okay.
think he's
He'll
going to be
understand.
mad.
Yeah.
He won't
He
be
knows
mad.
I'm like my
Scatterbrain
brain's so
sometime.
tired. What did we do fun? We do a lot of stuff, I guess.
Y'all do a
Nothing
lot of
really
stuff.
like. You're talking like.
Have y'all ever been
Just
on like, any
anything,
trips?
anything that you would like
Oh,
to
yeah.
mention, like just any particular.
We went to the Dominican Republic this summer.
Okay.
Yeah, he came with us. We went for Lainey's senior trip, and Mason got to tag along. So it was his first time on an airplane. And funny thing was, he had the engagement ring there.
With him. He was gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I had bright pink nails, and I had a little too much fun and ended up hitting my head and had a concussion.
Emily,
Yeah.
you ruined it for yourself.
Yeah. Well, my sisters told him, they're like, she's not going to be happy with us bright. I had bright pink with like swirls.
So he told everybody.
Well, he told my sisters. We were all in the same room. So
Got
it was
it.
me, Aubrey, Laney, Mason. And apparently,
He's over there getting his nails painted. They're painting his nails. And I'm like, don't do it this time, girl. And he's like, I know, girl.
well, he actually had put it in his boot. And I was like, well, it wasn't really weird that he brought boots, but he didn't wear them. And I was like, that's kind of strange that he didn't wear them. But one night, it was like closer to when we were going to go home. And to get home, you have to have your passport, your ID, all the stuff. And if you don't have it, they won't let you back in. We couldn't find his wallet. And so we were freaking
He's had two
out.
wallet incidents now that I know of.
Yeah. So we thought, like, sometimes you go on those resorts. Not saying that this resort, the people would have done this, but some people will steal stuff if they see it. And I was like, oh, God, what if they saw your wallet and took it? Well, he just had forgotten where he put it. And so I was, like, digging through his suitcase. And he's like, no, like, I can look. And I'm like, why is it a big deal? Like, let me look. And he ended up finding it. The wallet was in the other boot.
Oh,
The ring was in
my
one.
gosh.
Yeah. Well,
my
I never found
gosh.
out. So,
My goodness.
yeah.
He was sitting there like
oh, yeah.
internally stressing. He was probably like, oh my gosh, if she finds that, like, this is going to be a bad airplane ride home.
I feel like you would have been so excited though. Like, if you
Yeah.
found me, oh my god.
But then,
And then he would have had to do it though.
Yeah.
with them leaving though, were y'all almost ready to leave? Like, how many days
We
were
had
y'all?
like 3 days left.
Okay, see, I thought you were like, that was
last
the
day.
day y'all were leaving, and if you'd have seen that, you'd have been like, I don't see you getting very mad. Like, I've
Yeah.
never actually seen you mad or anything, but
Do you know of any other times that he's had it and planned on it? Like, tell us however many.
Okay. So we actually went and tried on rings last August. So we were kind of like, once you know. Mm-hmm. And so I told all my friends, I was like, he's the one I'm going to marry. And I feel like they kind of thought I was crazy at first.
well, I got a little story about that. So we were at what's that place called? Chestnut Station in Gadsden one night, and this was the first time I was pregnant. Some of them didn't even know I was pregnant. Did you know I was pregnant?
I think
I did. I told you at Abby's wedding, but I don't think Skylar and Callie knew. So we were down there at the Chestnut Station or whatever, and this is the first time Blake was meeting David, Skylar's husband, and Mason. And we thought they were best friends because they acted like they had known each other their whole
Her
life.
and Mason?
no, Mason.
No,
and David.
Mason and David.
Mason and
this was
David.
the first time they were meeting also.
Okay.
So I remember Emily and Mason were sitting there talking, or maybe it was me and Emily and Callie, but I know Callie was there for sure because of what she said. Emily said, I want to marry him, and Callie was like, no, you don't, Emily. You don't want to marry him right now. You've only been dating for 6 months. And I was like, Emily, if you want to marry him, just do it. And Callie was like, no, Emily, don't do it. Me and Callie were like on two totally different edges.
Yeah.
And I was like, do it, Emily. If you love him, do it.
And Mason
Not me,
came
Callie.
up-
Just want to clarify.
Yeah,
Not me.
yeah. Different Callie.
Garrett. And Mason came up and heard it, and she really did feel bad because Callie
Yeah.
usually never apologizes, and she went up to him. She's like, I'm so sorry, which I didn't care. I was like, that I know Callie is.
Yeah.
She was just looking out.
She was
for
looking
me.
out for
Yeah.
you. She didn't want you to step off into something. But
Yeah. That's funny, though, that y'all thought Mason and David were besties.
I know. I swear, the way they just talked to each other, which they were the only two guys there except for Blake. So I guess, this is when Jensen wasn't with anybody too. So it was just, but Blake was just like, dang, they've been friends for a long time. And I asked, and everybody was like, no, that was the first time they met. Mm-hmm. So now Blake and Mason and David are all like that. Like the three of them are like, they've act like they've known each other their
Guys
whole
are
lives
easy to
too.
get along with.
They are.
They have no issues.
No strife between them.
Yeah.
So, did you have any other ring instances where he was going to propose but didn't?
I didn't. I thought it was going to happen multiple times, but it
Was
never
that just
did.
in your mind, or
Yeah.
he actually had it?
Well,
and
he had the ring in November of last year, so he's had it from November up until July when he proposed. He never told me if there was. The only time that he said he was going to do it was in the Dominican. I don't know. We waited. His brother got married, so we waited until after. He wanted to give them their time, and then it was funny. He actually proposed on Aubrey's birthday. Yeah.
No way.
Well, they were at the rodeo, and he asked her, and she was like, "I don't care." But I'll have to. I don't. Are we good on time?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, yeah, we're
got
good
about 2 minutes.
So it was like leading up to that. I was at Dex and Docs working, and Aubrey just like randomly called me, and I had been getting my nails done like natural colors for a year at this point.
Because you were kind of preparing.
Yeah, minus the one time at the Dominican, of course. Aubrey called me and was like, hey, I changed your nail appointment. We're going to go together the Friday before my birthday. And I was like, why? Why are you changing my nail appointment? And she was like, oh, I want us to get a birthday set, like for my birthday. And I was like, well, that's weird. Either something's going to happen or you were wanting me to pay for your nails. Like,
That is such a sister thing to
Yes.
think.
which that's what like threw me off. And I kind of was like, okay,
Were you planning on paying for her nails?
I would have. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My foot.
Oh, I do it too.
I've been doing it the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so that was probably,
Red flag. That
it was like a week and a half before. And so I was like, okay, I had this whole week to be thinking about it. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I need to get my hair done. I need to get my nails done. Which this was also the week before I started back school. So I needed to get that stuff done anyways. And so I messaged Abby. I said, get me in next week. I had my eyelashes done. I got like a lift and tint because I had been wanting one. And so I did all
When
that.
in Rome.
Yes. I was like, might as well. And if it doesn't happen, at least I'll have good eyelashes and good hair. So it was like Friday, and we went and ate. I remember because it's actually funny thinking about it now. We went to eat it was me, Mason, Micah, Aubrey, which is Mason's brother and his wife, and then our friend Brock. And we went to Jefferson's, and we were just sitting there eating, and everybody just kept looking weird. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, why are we not talking? It was just very awkward, but they all knew. And so Aubrey told me, she was like, the whole time I was sitting there, and I tried not to say anything, so that's why I didn't talk. And I was like, well, I thought it was kind of weird. And then I think we did something that Saturday before, but I can't remember. So, like, fast forward, like, it's Saturday, and I'm like, oh, God, is it going to happen tomorrow? And in my head, I'm, like, going back and forth. And Aubrey kept telling me, my sister Aubrey, it gets confusing. There's Aubrey Prickett, Aubrey Corn. Or Aubrey Prickett, Aubrey Williams. Aubrey Corn was her maiden name. My sister Aubrey kept telling me, like, you'll have the biggest feeling, like, when it's going to happen. And I was like, okay, well, I had this huge feeling, and I'm like, is it because I want it to happen? Or is it because it's actually going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
And so Sunday, we woke up, got ready for church. I called Mason. I was like, look, you don't have to come to church. He had been sick. He had been going through, like, all these stomach issues that week. And so
No wonder. He was
Yeah.
probably nervous.
well, I think we did do something that Saturday, and we stayed up late, and I was like, you don't feel good. I was like, just sleep, feel better before our pictures. And he did not have a shirt for pictures. I was like, just go ahead, go get a shirt, pick one out that matches my dress, and then I'll come to your house and get ready after church, and we'll go to pictures. And so he picked out a shirt and Mason's like a big thrift store guy, and so he went to Belk, and I was like,
wow, that's a step up for
fancy.
him.
Yeah, but he still got a nice shirt for $15. I'm like, how do you find this? Because I was picking shirts out that were like $75, and he was like, no, do not buy me that.
Let me see if I can go in there and work my magic.
He found a shirt. I get there. I brought us like food or something, and we were sitting there eating, like watching TV right before I was getting ready, and I was talking to him, and he wouldn't say anything, and I was like, are you okay? Like, are you upset with me? Like, did I do something? And he was like, no, and he's just sitting on his phone, like, playing his game.
He was just like standoffish.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, like, that's fine. So I get up, go take a shower, like, fix my hair, do my makeup, and he comes in while I'm, like, finishing my makeup up, and we're talking, and he's still not talking to me, and I'm looking at him like, what is wrong with you? Like, are you about to break up with me right now? Like,
Hunter was like that same day he proposed.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're like that. Blake was bound and determined to make me mad at him that day. Like, I don't know if it's their nerves and they just start pushing away because they don't know what they're doing. I don't know.
Well,
weird.
it was also pouring down rain that day, so he was like, I need it to stop raining, and I'm like, it's fine. We're going to be in this, like, glass house thing. Like, it's not really a big deal, and if it is, like, she can edit it if our hair's messed up, because that's what I'm worried about. So he's, like, in the closet, and the way his house is, it's like his closet's right here, and then the bathroom's, like, beside the closet. So I can hear him, like, rummaging in the closet. Like, what is he doing? Because usually it's like, you know how boys are. They don't fold clothes as often. And so he just grabs clothes out of the basket, puts it on. Well, he was rummaging in the closet. And I'm like, well, that's weird. And he comes in there and he's
You
like,
didn't go around and look?
no.
Like, what
I
are you
was
doing?
like- he comes in, he's like, are you ready? And I'm like, yeah, just tie my dress like right here. Like I had these weird like ties. And so he was doing that. And I'm stressing out. I'm like, God, it's still raining. So we get in the car and go. And we're driving there. The bottom falls out like pouring down rain. And we get there and the address takes us to the place. And I'm like, this is not where we're supposed to be. And he's looking at me. He's like, this is where the address took us. And I snapped on him. I was like, no, this is not where we're supposed to be. It's supposed to be a glass greenhouse. Like, and I don't see it. And I said, I think it's back in the woods. And he was like, but we don't need to go over there. That's not the address. And I was like, just go over there. And so I felt bad because I snapped on him, but I was stressed.
He was stressed. It was a high
Yeah.
intensity moment.
And I was trying to talk to him, and he wouldn't say anything. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. Like, if you're not going to talk to me, that's fine. I didn't say that, but I was thinking that. So we get out, and we're walking up, and he's, like, trying to hold my hand. And
I
I'm
know.
like, well, I'm, like, about to fall in the grass because it's soaked. There's ducks running around. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. Like, I have this, like, fear. My mom was chased by a goose when she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And so she told us that story, and I was like, God, that would be my luck to get chased by a goose in heels and a dress, and it's pouring down rain. So, yeah, we get there, and really what I was stressed about is it was a mini session. It was with Emma Messer, and it said, like, if you're 5 minutes late, that's 5 minutes off of your time that you have to take pictures. And so I was like, we cannot be late. I paid for us to have this time. Like, we need to get there on time. So we walk in, and she's like, hey, you know, she has her friend Kerrigan. I don't know if you know who Kerrigan is. She was there, and I was like, well, that's kind of strange that they have two photographers. I was like, why, for a mini session, would you have two? So we walk in, and this place was beautiful. Like, we all need to go. They have some stuff coming up. And she sets us up. She was like, y'all just stand here, and we're going to take a picture. And, like, Mason was kissing my cheek, and I was, like, holding on to him. It's kind of weird to explain it. And she was like, okay, Emily, you can stand, like, come a step closer to me, and Mason's going to stand behind you and just look at you. And I'm like, that's a stalker photo right there. If he's, like, staring at me from far back, smiling at me, that's the stalker photo. And so I'm kind of standing there looking at her, like, I'm sure I had this look on my face, like, what do you want me to do? And she said, okay, you can turn around. And I turned around, and he was down on one knee. It was really pretty. There was, like, hydrangeas everywhere.
Were you surprised?
Yeah, I was.
All that anger just went away out the window.
The stress. I was surprised. I really was like, I hope he does it during the pictures. But at the same time, I was like, he doesn't know who's taking the pictures. I was the one who set them up. I set these up when we were in the Dominican.
I remember when
So
she
it had
posted
been
those on Facebook.
Did you set it up with the purpose of,
No,
hey, here's your chance?
I set it up because we really needed to take pictures, and I told him I wanted to get some put on canvases and put in his house because we had never had pictures taken. And so I just signed us up. And I was like, that'll be perfect. It's a Sunday before school starts, and it's like a mini session, so it wasn't like a full-on photography session, you know?
Yeah. You were able to, like, get those pictures, enjoy the moment, and then leave.
Yeah. So, like, after that, we took more pictures, and I looked at Emma. I said, how did you know about this? And he was like, or she said, oh, he texted me talking about it. Jensen gave him her number, and he set it up and was like, hey, I'm planning on proposing, blah, blah, blah. I want you to take pictures if you can help me, like, give me an idea. Well, poor guy, like, I turn around, and he's down on one knee. He can't get a word out because I'm sitting here awkwardly laughing, and I'm just looking at him. I take that ring and snap it out. I said, put that on my finger, and he's just looking at me.
He just like
Yeah, he did not get a word
shell-shocked.
out.
So he didn't ask you?
No.
Yeah. Hunter didn't ask me either. He just sat there.
Yeah.
He was smiling.
I know.
Blake said, will you marry me? And I said, no. Yes, no. Like, I meant yes, but, like, I was saying no because I was so shook. Like I
Nobody
didn't know what to
tells you
say.
how to
It's
react
awkward.
in that situation because you imagine it and
When you're waiting on them to say, "Will you marry me?" and you're just like,
It's not like the movies make it out by
No,
any
it's
means.
not at
It's
all.
awkward, and especially when there's a lot of people standing around. Like for me, I mean, everybody was around it. Callie wasn't there.
I didn't think mine was awkward.
It was
at
just
all.
awkward. Like
Yeah.
it was just so awkward. Well, you're not an awkward type of person. You don't get embarrassed easy, but like I do, and so it was just like, oh, there's people watching. I can't cry. You know.
I know.
So
Well, I really was like, I can't cry. I teared up, but I was like, we've got to take pictures after
you're like,
this.
get back in there too.
I know. Well, with the rain and everything, I was like, I can't cry. My makeup's going to mess up. What was I at?
We were talking about how awkward it is
Oh, yeah.
for me.
Was it awkward for you,
Yeah.
or did you enjoy the moment
I
fully?
enjoyed it. Yeah. I told him one of my things, like my rules for the proposal, I was like, there can't be a lot of people there because you won't get a true reaction.
Yeah,
That's true.
And we had Emma and her friend there, and it was fine. And Emma, it was really funny because she was kind of bouncing off me laughing, and she would say stuff, and I'd just start laughing at her. And then, but yeah, it was good, and the pictures were really good after.
They were really good.
Good.
I was so like overstimulated though.
Yes.
I get very overstimulated easily. That's
I do
me
too.
as like a kindergarten teacher. My ADD comes out too. So like taking pictures, I'm like sitting here staring at my ring, and I'm looking at Mason laughing, trying to ask him questions, and she's wanting to take pictures, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yes, you're so curious after that. You're like,
Yes.
well, you know, what's the details behind you preparing for this thing? You know, like I wanted to know everything.
Yes. Well, we left there, and I was like, so what are we doing now? And he was like, well, we're not having a party today. Like, your mom wanted to wait until after we got engaged to see what you wanted to do.
I dang hated I missed that party.
No, it's okay. It was kind of like a last minute thing, so you're good.
But I want a badminton. I want a badminton tournament instead. So
Oh, I don't even think I could win a badminton tournament.
I think you could.
If
We're gonna have another one next month.
But we were in the car, and I was like, I need to know when you asked my dad. That was when I was, so I had this thing, 4th of July, I had to work all week and weekend at Dex and Docks. And he was over there at my house. Without me there, he was just with my parents. I was like, he's definitely talking to my dad. Like, it's happening.
You know that they,
Yeah.
you know when they do that.
Well, I asked him, I said, was it 4th of July? And he was like, no, it was the weekend before that. And I'm like, what the heck? How did you get that past me? He was like, oh, you're at work and you weren't texting me back. So I just called your dad and asked him if he wanted to go eat. And I turned my location off. They went to Coos Corner, the one that has the
yes.
sandwich spot.
Yeah.
So they went there, and we were talking. I was like, how long have you had this ring? And he was like, oh, I've had it since November.
Oh, so you didn't go help him pick it out?
We went and tried rings on, and then he ordered it and like designed it online.
Okay.
So I didn't really want like anything too extra. I just wanted something.
So y'all just went for the try on just for him to have ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I had ideas of what I thought I wanted. Like, I thought I wanted a marquee. Well, when I tried it on, I didn't like it on me. Like, it made my fingers look weird. I thought I would want, like, the emerald cut, like what Abby and then my sister has an emerald, and I didn't love it on me. And I was like, okay, well, there's those two that I thought I wanted thrown out the door.
I did that
What'd you end up getting?
The oval.
Oh,
It's
yes.
just like the single oval on the yellow gold. I said
I love the yellow
It was
gold.
cracking me up because I would try a ring on, and I was like, I think I need something bigger. And he was looking at me like, Emily, shut up. Like, but he told me last night, he said, when you tried on one that was like bigger than like kind of what you thought you wanted, I was like, no, that's way too big. I need something smaller. And he was like, yes, please. Like, you know how guys are. Because-
They've got their own opinion in their head, but most of
Yeah.
the time they're not going to say anything.
Well, I tried one on, and it was a Neil Lane, and you know Neil Lane designs for The Bachelorette. And I tried it on. It was this shape. It was like a white gold, and it had diamonds around the band. And I tried it on, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love this." Well, the girl showed him the price, and
He was
we
like,
walked out.
go the other way.
Yeah, we walked out, and I said, "Do you know which one was my favorite?" And he was like, "What, the $10,000 one?" And I was like, "Please don't tell me it was that one that I loved. That was $10,000." He was like, "Yeah, that Neil Lane was $10,000."
Oh, my
And then
God.
the wedding band was like $8,000.
Oh, my
Lord,
gosh.
have
And
mercy.
I was like, I will be mad at you if you buy something that expensive. There's no reason why you should be spending $18,000 on a ring. Like, no, you
Yeah.
shouldn't do that. But yeah, it was way too big, so we had to get it resized and everything. It was falling off of me at the pictures. The girl told me I was a 7. Well, he got me a 7. It was literally like falling off my finger.
You know, I think people should, like, if you're going to go and buy rings, this is just for everybody, then when you buy a ring and you haven't went and tried them on, or you don't know for sure it'll fit and you're going to have pictures made, buy a ring guard to go with it.
Yeah.
Just go get a clear little ring guard from Walmart, put it in the box, and then you don't have to worry about that. That would be good for pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Which I went to Riverside and Southside and got it resized, and
is that who you bought it from?
no, he bought it online.
Okay, that's right.
Chelsea like put the thing on me. She was like, everybody's ring sizers are different. She was like, ours are more like true to size, but some places like I might have been a 7 on theirs, but obviously my finger's not a true 7.
Yeah.
And I had lost some weight since then, so that probably didn't help either. But now I'm at a 6, and it kind of like sometimes it's still
Grip.
Yeah, well, it fits. Like right now, it's good. Like it's not sliding around, but sometimes it like spins around. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, because mine fits good right now, but when I get like too hot, it feels really tight, or if I get too cold, it'll spin around. I hate it to spin.
I had
it
that.
makes my finger itch for some reason when it
Yeah.
starts spinning around.
Yesterday, I looked down and my
was
ring
turned.
was literally like this, and I'm like,
Oh, mine don't do that.
How did it twist like that? Like right now, it's hard to get it to twist, and it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be hard to come off. But no, some days I'm like, oh my goodness, which I haven't had any issues. It doesn't fall off. It just kind of, sometimes it'll
Moves to the side. I always like do this if it's like too far down on my hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do something weird with my hand and I shake it to get it to go back into place.
When he first gave it to me, I took my hand like this, and it
Just fell off.
Fell off. Yeah. So that stressed me out. I was like, I would be the one to lose my ring, which I won't even wash my hands with it on now.
I
You don't?
I never did when I wore
See,
mine either.
I didn't for the longest time, but then I was like, no, this thing's dirty. And then I'll just, but I make sure to like dab it
I
like
would
this
take
when
it
I go
off.
to dry it.
Yeah.
and get like a new toothbrush, and I would clean mine with a toothbrush and like Dawn dishwashing soap,
put
like
mine-
in a sink with the thing put in
Yeah.
the bottom so it can't go down the drain.
Aubrey put a cup of water and Dawn in the microwave, and she put her ring in it, and I was like, I don't want to put my ring in water. I won't
didn't
even wash my hands.
She didn't put it in the microwave. Her brain in the
No,
microwave.
the
Okay,
water was in the microwave before, and then she took it out. and put
okay.
it
I
in
was
it.
about to say, Lord.
So she put mine in there. Mine was so dirty. And my diamond's like one of those that sparkles, like the clarity. And when I took it out, I was like, God, I didn't realize how dirty it was, because I just had makeup, and me being at school, stuff would get on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like nervous. I'll like hit it on stuff. I'm like, oh God, my diamond's going to fall off.
Yes, when I accidentally, like every time I've accidentally hit, I'm like, oh my god.
You have to
And I do a little
check,
check.
yes.
Do you get the inspection thing or whatever? Like, do you take it for inspection to make sure?
I don't
Where'd y'all get
know.
it from? Where'd you get
I
it?
got it from Rare Carrot.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know how they are. But Kay's does this thing like every 6 months you have to get it inspected so that if a diamond falls out or whatever, you can get it replaced as long as you've met your inspection. And they clean it.
Case.
And they clean it every
I got mine at Howard's.
Okay.
So
I took when I took this to Riverside, they cleaned it for me. I think I'm gonna get my band from there. I want to look and see what all they have. We have to do all that soon.
Yeah.
okay, so tell us about like wedding planning. You have a date picked out, right? So tell
Yes.
us about all the things.
So I'm getting married May 31st next year. Aubrey is getting married in November, so my parents' rule was you can't get married in the same year. We made it to where we're not getting married in the same year, but it's within like months.
Did you want it to be that way? That like, did you want to get married this year?
No, well, I wanted to get married in the summer.
Okay,
because
so it worked
I
out
don't want to have
better.
to take off.
Okay.
So I had planned on May. It's always been May. I did think at one point I wanted to do like February, but I can't imagine taking a week off of work and having to do all that.
That's
So,
good that you'll be off like
Yeah.
a long time. Well, I guess it's not too
You could take a
long, but-
3-month honeymoon.
Yeah, we talked about that, but since Aubrey's getting married in November, I told Aubrey, I said I'm not going to plan until after. I've kind of got like the important things like photography, videography, And then I've got my makeup girl, and we've got a DJ. And then we know where we're having it. So I went ahead and got those because, everybody.
Yeah, if you don't get the
books up really
venue-
fast. Well, we're not doing an actual venue.
Oh, you're not.
We're getting married on the lake.
That's right. You've
Yeah.
said that before. Yes. Okay.
So I'm not going to say it because.
No, you don't have to say
That's
it.
fine.
It's
I just forgot.
It's just a family friend's house on the lake. Aubrey's getting married on the lake too. It's a different place. But they're like right down the road from each other. It's going to be really nice.
Was it hard to book the photography? Were they already booked up, or?
Well, actually, me and Aubrey are using the same photographer. We're using Valerie Matthews. She's based out of Birmingham. And so I saw Aubrey's engagement pictures. I was like, okay, I really like that. That's what I want, like bright and airy. I don't want like a dark filter. I'm just not really, I'm a very bright colors, obviously my bright blue. So I picked her, messaged her, and I was like, hey, I'm very interested. I'm getting married like May 31st. Let me know. Well, May is a hot spot for weddings. And so she was like, that is literally my last weekend that I have available. Like, if you
Perfect.
want me to do your pictures, we've got to get it rolling now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I will send you the stuff. So I talked on the phone with her, signed the contract. So I'll have her, I don't know, maybe like 8 to 10 hours that day. I'm not exactly sure. It's around that time. And then my videographer, I went ahead and booked her. I got her last weekend in May.
Who'd you get for a video?
CV videography. It's Caitlin Butler. She's based out of Boaz.
I don't know her.
She did Micah and Aubrey's wedding video.
Oh, okay.
And so I saw theirs, and I really liked it. It was good quality. She had them like reading their vows to each other, and it was playing over the video. I really liked it. So I was like, I'll just go ahead, get her. And then DJ is Mason's uncle.
Ooh.
Yes, he's gonna DJ. He was available that weekend, and every time we've messaged him, like Mason's mom just got married, and I think they tried to get him, and he was not available. I tried to get him for my sister's wedding. He wasn't available. And I was like, thank goodness.
That worked out
Yeah.
perfect.
So we've got that stuff. I talked to the wedding planner this week.
Oh, so you've got an actual wedding planner.
Yeah, me and Aubrey have the same. She's from Southside, I think. So I talked to her, told her what all I had done, and she was like, you've got a good start, do you know what colors and everything you want to do? And Caitlin's going to crack up at me because I made a mood board
I love the mood board,
and
though.
sent it.
What do you mean? What's a mood board?
It's like it gives you
Like on
the
Pinterest?
colors and like what kind of dress she wants you to have, what kind of shoes, what kind of earrings. Like it gives you like the basic details of like the wedding.
Caitlin, you can post it.
Yeah, I'll post a mood board somewhere on the screen here.
That's what I sent them.
It's
That'll be-
beautiful.
that'll
I
be
wish I
pretty
would have
for
done
May.
that for mine. And
Very bright
I
and
was
beautiful.
telling Mama
Yes.
about that, and I showed it to her. And Mama said, "I told you should do bright colors," and I was like, "I know. I wish I would have."
So I made that, and the wedding planner, I had already sent it to them, and then I told the wedding planner, like, I made this mood board, and she was like, well, send it to me. And so I sent it to her as I was like talking on the phone, and she was like, I already love you. She's like, you're going to be my best friend because you have it all planned out. And she was like, I have been waiting for someone to do bright colors. She was like, I love like the traditional white flowers and everything, but she was like,
Because people are normally doing black and white now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, white flowers just don't stand out good against a white dress.
Yeah.
Like bright flowers or even like neutral colored flowers and stuff, like those kind of things stand out against a dress, and they always make the pictures look better.
Yeah. So she was like, I've been waiting for someone to do this. And she said, it'll be the perfect time in May. That was kind of the whole reason. I knew I was going to have like a summer wedding. And then with it being on the lake, and I'm a bright colored person anyways. It's my personality, I feel like.
Look at her cup, y'all.
Oh, yeah. My checkered print. My classroom's full of it. But I was like, I want to have bright colors. They're going to wear champagne. And then just like gold.
The guys are
jewelry.
going to wear champagne or.
The girls are wearing champagne
Oh.
dresses, any style, whatever. I want them to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And then the guys, I want to do a brighter blue suit with the bright flower. Like
yeah.
whatever.
Like what was on
Yeah.
your. Okay.
That would be so pretty.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll all look good, especially like everything will be so green. And then with the lake in the background, it'll be
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
Yeah.
So what about your dress? You picked it out?
No, I haven't tried on dresses yet. I've been looking. Aubrey went to pick hers up yesterday. We went to Surebride in Noonan to get hers. And she was like, I just went ahead and made you an appointment.
She's always about making you appointments.
She made me an appointment November 23rd. So I talked to Mason's mom. She's going to go. They have like a Black Friday sale.
Oh, yes.
And
even better.
Yeah. My mom wanted me to go today. And I was like, that's just like, I don't know what I want. Which you don't have to know what you want when you go in.
Oh, I absolutely.
So you don't
did
have
not
any
know.
ideas?
I kind of do now. Like, I love how the simple dresses look. I've thought I've wanted that the whole time, but now I've seen some with lace, and I'm like,
Let me tell you, you won't regret the lace because the lace gives definition. And like with mine, I have like a little bit of like a nude up under the lace, and it just went with me so well. I like lace personally.
Yeah.
I know it's not for everybody. Like it wasn't for Callie. Callie didn't like lace. She wanted something a little more elegant, but like I love the lace.
I really want something that's going to match my personality, though. And when we went to try Aubrey's dresses on, I wasn't engaged at that point, but my mom was. She knew, and she was like, what kind of dress are you going to want? And I was like, I have no idea. And my sisters both told me, they're like, I can see you in something not like fully bedazzled, but something with like sparkle, a little bit extra. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I don't know. It's like one of those things. I guess you just go there and try on and see.
How does Mason feel about all of your plans, like the mood board and whatnot?
Oh,
Does
he
he
loves
like it?
it.
He likes
Yeah.
it? Okay, good.
He's really been like, whatever you want to do, you do it. Like,
He's just go with the flow type of guy anyway. Like
Yeah.
he's so chill. I've never seen him aggravated or say anything bad about anybody.
Yeah.
Like he's just not the type.
I know. Which I keep asking him, I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, is there anything specific you want? And he's like,
Let him pick the food.
yeah, he probably will. We've got to do that soon. I don't even know what. We've looked at a few different things, but Aubrey's doing like a food truck. And I was like, that's smart.
I think you should do a food truck personally.
So, I don't
feel
know.
like that would be like the best. Like just pull up.
Yeah.
People like that.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna let him pick the food? Do you have any ideas? Like, have you always been like, this is what we're gonna have in my wedding? Like,
Honestly, I have no idea. We've talked about beans and greens. We went to a bridal expo in Gadsden at the venue, me and Aubrey did. And there is this lady who, they do like Bubberitos. I think they own it. And they do catering.
What is that?
It's like a,
Mexican?
yeah, like almost like Moe's.
Oh, okay.
They
So
do the
Southwest
burritos,
type.
yeah.
Okay.
It's really good. You need to try it. And Mason loves Bubberitos. And so she was like, well, we own Bubberitos. Like, we can do the catering for them. And I was like, oh, I better tell him about that. So,
Yeah, he's gonna like that.
yeah. I told my wedding planner, I told her, I said, I'm about to get really stressed out with school. And so, like, if you can find things for us and let me know.
take the reins.
Because I'm very scared with just how fast everything's moving, like the school year, and before we know it, it's going to be the end of this year, and then starting next year, and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, we're getting married in a few months, and I'm in Aubrey's wedding in November, Mason's friend's getting married in November, I'm in Emily Ransom's wedding in December,
My
my
goodness.
friend Alex is getting married the beginning of March, Jensen's wedding is this
Beginning
next
of March.
week after that in March, and then my wedding, so I have 6 weddings coming up.
Girl.
Yeah.
I've got Callie's. Well, I've got Halen's birthday, Callie, all of Callie's stuff, and then I've got Jensen's wedding, and then your wedding, and I'm stressed as well.
So I was telling her, like, I'm trying to make it where they're not having to spend a lot of money. I picked shoes that I think everybody will have, in which Abby texted me. She was like, they don't make a long length dress because she's taller. And she was like, can I just wear flats? I was like, I don't care. You know, I said, I ordered a dress from Birdie Gray because we ordered Aubrey's dresses and they should be here in the next few weeks. And I was like, I can let you know how long they are. But
They normally make them a lot longer
yeah,
for that. Because when I ordered Callie's, my bridesmaid's dress for Callie's wedding, like, it had this much left on it.
Yeah.
So I know, I think Abby will be able to.
Yeah.
Because they make them longer anyways for that reason, so they can be altered, so.
Yeah, it's a lot just thinking about everything and then trying to get, 3 bridesmaids dresses, which I've ordered Aubrey's. I've got to order the one for Emily's. We were talking about like her colors and, some of the swatches on the website, like the pictures are not even close to what the colors actually are. And so I'm just trying to get all that handled. And then me and Caitlin have been talking about like what I want to do for Bachelorette.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do it literally like 2 weeks before the wedding.
I did
Mine's
I did
2
mine the
weeks.
week before.
Yeah.
I did mine the week before, I mean.
Yeah.
But I didn't go anywhere. We stayed at my house.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of bridesmaids that just couldn't make it. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of a bust, but, I mean.
The reason I'm doing that, Lainey she's starting softball like next week. They're doing the fall, and then they'll start the spring in January, and she'll be playing like up until the end of May. And they have like their big tournament the week before my wedding. And so that's the only weekend that I saw that she really has like a Saturday off. She'll have practice that Friday and then practice that Sunday. So I was like, well, we can just go to Chattanooga, go eat, hang out. I want to find like cute thrift stores. Y'all might be like, what are you talking about?
Whatever you want to do, I'm down with.
Cute little shops. Me and Aubrey Prickett were talking yesterday about it, and there's like candle making. Like,
That would be fun.
I feel like that's a
stuff.
very, like, something that not everybody does,
Yeah.
but it's still going to be, like, really cool and
Yeah.
fun.
I just didn't.
That sounds like you.
Yeah, I wanted something that I didn't really want to go far. I don't want us to spend a ton of money. Like, and I want Lainey to be able to come, which Lainey's only.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like with Jensen's wedding, with Jolie being in it, and her being, was she in 8th grade or 9th grade? I can't remember.
She's in 9th grade.
9th grade. So, and then Lainey not being old enough to get into bars, and
Yeah.
Jolie not being old enough to get into bars. It's just kind of, it's going to be a different experience than what
Yeah.
most of us are used to with bachelorette trips or whatever.
Yeah.
Since
But I'm
we've got
excited
younger
for
ones
it.
going with us, but same way with Callie. Carly can't get
Mm-hmm.
into a lot of places, especially
can.
after 9 o'clock. They don't let 18-year-olds get into places.
She's not 18.
Okay, 20-year-olds. If you're under
Not-
21,
No, 19. She's 19. But she'll be able to get into anywhere.
Yeah.
up to a certain time,
Yeah.
and then past that certain time, they don't believe me. They don't believe that they're gonna kick us out, like,
Yeah.
because we got done that way in Nashville when me and Abby and Albie went. Once it got 9 o'clock and we weren't 21, they said you gotta go. Like, they told us we had to leave.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I feel like I'm to the age too. I'm not in the bar scene anymore.
it's
don't
just
know. I
not.
never
It's
really
just not the
was,
move
but-
anymore. Like,
I'll go and hang out, but I'm not, I like to go to bed at 10 o'clock. I told you.
I do
Well, you're
too.
talking
Like,
about
I like
teacher
going to
schedule,
bed
too.
early. Like, I don't like staying up all night
Yeah.
long.
Well, when we were playing pickleball, I told Caitlin, I said, I've got to leave at 8. Like, I'm usually, like, in bed unwinding at this point. So I had to go home and take a shower and do all that. I just enjoy my sleep.
Yeah.
That's like Emily Ransom, she was telling me too, like, for her bachelorette, we're going to go, like, find a concert or something. She was like, I cannot go to Nashville and stay up until 2 o'clock every day.
Well, see, my thing is, like, I don't drink, so I don't like babysitting.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around a bunch of drunk girls and have to take care of them and watch everybody's drink. Like, I would just rather stay at home
Yeah.
than go and babysit, honestly. Like, I'm to that point because I have done that for some of Blake's friends, and I'm just not about it anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like it. And if I have to do that for 2 nights in a row, I just won't do
Yeah.
it.
I think we'll have fun.
I think we will. The
Maybe.
candle making and like all that other
I'm trying to
stuff.
find more ideas of what we can do. I know everybody's been to Chattanooga, but we can find stuff. I thought it'd be fun.
Y'all
if
can
we-
do an escape room.
Okay, I saw that too. My friend said to look.
Think
There's
that'd be
like
so fun.
music venues that might have concerts that we might be interested in.
Oh.
I thought it'd be funny. Y'all are gonna crack up at me. I was like, we could go to the aquarium.
Hey, that's what you want to do? I'm
Do a
down.
theme. Y'all dress up as colorful fish, and I'll be a white fish.
Hey, if that's what you want to do,
No, just kidding.
we'll do it.
We'll do something fun. I don't know.
They have a zoo too. Well, sorry, y'all. But yeah, they've got a zoo. They have the downtown scene. They have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a good taco place up there. I don't know what it's called. I feel like it's kind of elegant, but they have street tacos and stuff. We ate there one time. It was very good. I think Abby went with us. She could probably tell you the name of it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like y'all would probably like it.
Yeah.
So, okay, y'all. I think that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you, Emily, for coming in here and telling us all about your wedding plans and engagement story and dating story and all that.
Yeah, I had fun. It was better this time than the last
Yeah,
time.
the last time we were not working with what we're working with
Big
now.
improvements.
So
Yeah.
very, very different environment here. Y'all keep liking our TikTok, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Callie is constantly making videos. She's gotten really good at editing. I'm going to give her the kudos and the hand clap for that because, oh, sorry, y'all. I hadn't even had the sound on at all. My bad. Anyway,
You just left me hanging there for a while.
sorry. I don't have my headphones on. I don't know what's going on here. I'm
Emily
sorry.
watched you too. She
I was
like,
watching
"Dang."
up there. I wasn't looking over here. I'm sorry. But yeah, she's been editing all kinds of TikTok. She actually showed me some new stuff about editing on TikTok.
What did I
So
do?
about how you could split the clips and
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
speed them up after you get done.
Yeah.
So I've been working on a little playroom clean out video because
saw.
of you.
I saw the.
Did I post it?
No, I saw your ideas. I saw like you had.
On
looked it
YouTube?
Up on YouTube.
Yeah, I was looking at. I was
saw your
trying to figure out.
history.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But yeah, so just keep doing all that. We're still making commercials. We're still accepting ads. $20 a month for whatever kind of ad you want, as long as it, is not indecent.
Some special information. Check out TC Duck Club. With Skylar Ray, you can
Buy tickets for
buy
$25.
tickets and possibly get to hunt with Sam Hunt.
What do you think about that, Emily?
I love Sam
Do
Hunt.
you want to hunt with Sam Hunt?
I would love to hunt with Sam Hunt.
Do you want to buy a ticket for TC Duck Club?
I might.
You may. Hey, you can bring 2 friends.
If you win, you can go do the thing
can-
with Sam Hunt.
They provide everything. He said all you got to bring is a habit.
I got to see Sam Hunt for my birthday one year, and we made a sign, since he knew Skylar. It said Westlake Raced on it because, when he was like all the rage,
Yeah.
and he kept pointing at us, and I thought we were the best thing ever.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I don't think we have any other information. We're gonna be doing a giveaway here soon once we get our ducks in a row and get the other hat picked up. I think that's it.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and congratulate our winner.
Yes.
I did message her, but we hadn't said anything about it publicly on the podcast. So, it was posted.
It was posted on the PCB one, but
Yeah.
Allison, do you know her last name? Still don't know it?
Nope. It just, I'm going by what her TikTok says.
I think I figured out who Blaze was.
Yeah, he's one of my kids that I taught.
Oh, is that who it was? I thought it was Reed Davis. Because his Snapchat name is Blaze. And I was like, that's who that was. Oh, anyway. Okay. All right, y'all. This has been Beyond 21. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Callie.
And I'm Emily.
Bye, y'all.